Our second piece we'll be performing is titled Costa del Sol. Costa del Sol, or in English, the Sun Coast, is a composition that uses elements from Latin American music. It may be described as program music because it is a musical description of an event or place, in this case, a sunny Mexican coastline. Please enjoy Costa del Sol by Bruce Pearson and Chuck Eldridge.
Our final piece we will be performing for you this evening needs a little introduction. You will all recognize one of John Williams' most famous melodies from the Star Wars series, arranged for a young band by Carl Strummer. We hope you have enjoyed the 5th grade band portion of tonight's concert. We have had a lot of fun putting this music together for you.
About another round of applause for our fifth grade band. If you remember back in the winter, we could barely play 2 songs. We played 3, one of which was quite involved. And I told them, I said, you guys should be really proud of the job we did. They've come a long, long way, as you've heard. I'm really, really proud of them. Just a moment, and we'll do our 6th grade concert band. As we get assembled, I just want to let you know that there are some 5th graders here playing with 5th grade band, 6th grade band, can't get track. 5th graders playing with 6th grade band. If you're in 5th grade, raise your hand. And they're in the program, you'll see. So wonderful to challenge students rather than just be complacent and say, okay, I can play my 5th grade band music. I always challenge up. So if they're ready, they pass their music early, I say, here's another piece, here's another piece, here's another piece. I wouldn't say it's the easiest to try to keep track of all that and to assess all of these wonderful children one at a time the last 2 weeks before a concert. It's been tough, but I would never do it any other way. I think it's great to challenge them and keep them busy and not just sit back and just be, I don't want to say lazy, but complacent. So that's what we do. So thank you 5th graders for taking the time to really push and go beyond. We'll have 6th graders in this ensemble that will be playing with the 7th and 8th grade band in the next concert as well.
Affirmation. Good evening, and welcome to the 6th grade band portion of tonight's concert. Our first piece this evening is called Affirmation. William Owens describes this piece as a musical roller coaster. The sweeping melodic lines and rich colors that radiate limitless energy and excitement. Please enjoy Affirmation.
Our next piece this evening is called Fernando's Fandangos by Ed Huckabee. We bring to you a lively Spanish tune with lots of interesting syncopated rhythms. The trumpet section kicks things off before we smooth it out with the woodwinds. This is our first piece performed in the key of E-flat major, so we worked hard to learn our new notes and rhythms to make this piece successful. We are sure that you enjoy this groovy Spanish dance.
So before our last piece, which not everyone is playing on, we're doing a little bit of a changeover. I just want to say a couple things. This ensemble too, those that are parents of this 6th grade ensemble, if you remember last year there were 11 students in 5th grade band, 11 that came in from the elementary schools, and we started 18 and created this band. And if you remember last winter's concert, we played, half the band played just out of the lesson book, just a couple exercises. And then by spring, we were able to play a full concert, and now you see what they're doing. So again, the progression has just been fantastic. I couldn't be happier with where both of these ensembles have really gone. So this piece is fun and a little difficult for us, so I brought in a couple ringers. If you didn't notice, a couple older-looking middle school people in the back. We have Miss Mello and Mr. Burrell covering some percussion, because we have a small percussion section. And Mr. Anderson here is actually, he played in a pit for us for Beauty and the Beast. Great bass player, and he was here, he's going to do something with our jazz band later. I said, hey, you're here anyway, play some bass with us. So he's also joining us. Mr. Anderson, thank you so much for playing on this.
We are now going to rickroll you with our version of Never Gonna Give You Up. Matt Conway arranged this popular composition for concert band, originally recorded in 1987 by Rick Astley. We hope you enjoy the 5th and 6th grade portion of tonight's concert and have a great evening.
Thank you very much. So with a little brief intermission, we will then continue with our jazz band and our 7th and 8th grade symphonic band. And 6th graders that are continuing out with our 7th and 8th grade symphonic band. Raise your hand. Yeah, so these guys have challenged up and will be playing with our advanced ensemble. Congratulations. So thank you all so much for supporting music. Keep these kids going. I want to see every one of them next year, coming back year after year. Don't forget about Summer Band Academy. I run that program the 2 middle weeks of July. Just go to summerbandacademy.com. It's in your program, but I think you could remember that. Go there, registration, everything is right through the website. It's a great 2-week program. You can do the first or second or both weeks. So either way, we gear it so that if you do just 1 week, you can still perform the end of the week and move on. So I hope to see many of you guys at Summer Band Academy and then coming back year after year. Thank you so much, and we'll see some of you in the half hour.
I was told in the middle. That's what I did. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Yeah, nice.
Okay, good evening, everyone. And for those of you that joined us for the first portion of our concert for grade 5 and 6, which was absolutely outstanding. Now this is part 2 with not only some of our, not only our upperclassmen, our 7th and 8th graders, but with a few 6th graders that are going to be playing up, right, Mr. Bell?
Yes.
These kids have been working tirelessly, and we're so excited just to be back together and being able to perform. The past year and a half has really been wonderful to get back into the swing of things. And Mr. Bell has been working tirelessly to not just promote our students. We had a nice ensemble showcase at the convention center recently, and we received quite a bit of fanfare. And getting our students excited about performing music and getting into the arts. I worry about Mr. Bell, though, from time to time. I did come in here the other day, and he is meticulous about how he has the stage set up. And I walked in to look at our beautiful sound shelves, and it read SKMM. So once we got that straightened out, we took a deep breath, and we were able to change some things around. And Mr. Bell is really committed to our program, not just for our entire school, but also vertically. If you have heard this, we do brag about our music department a lot. We did receive quite a bit of fanfare. I'm going to actually share an article that came out in Newington Life, giving accolades for some recognition that we have. If your children are obviously participating in our music program, and the music program that they're participating in has earned national recognition as one of the best music communities around. And we're so proud of Mr. Bell and our music. Sometimes he calls his workplace school Kellogg Martin. That's fine. We go with that. So, Mr. Bell, we're going to be kicking it off with our jazz band.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome to our spring band concert. We're going to be kicking things off with our jazz band, Mr. Bell.
Just so you know, those letters up there, that was his idea. He wanted these big letters on there, and he had them put on one year. If they weren't up there, I could have put them up in any order. So at 6 o'clock in the morning in the dark, I'm setting these things up. I got a little twisted on it, so it's your fault, really.
Welcome to the Martin Kellogg Middle School Spring Band Concert. I'm happy to introduce the MKMS Jazz Band. We are going to begin tonight's performance with Michael Sweety's Alright Okay You Win. This is a straight-ahead jazz shuffle. You will hear improvised solos by Mia on alto sax, Andrew on trombone, and Danny on tenor sax. Please enjoy Alright Okay You Win.
Our second piece is called Afro Blue by Michael Sweeney. Afro Blue is a standard John Coltrane melody in 3/4 time. After a slow melody, things kick off with the rhythm section setting the groove. The saxophone section takes over before the brass adds in a little later. We will hear improvised solos by Brendan on alto sax, Andrew on trombone, and myself on tenor sax. This different feel was challenging for us, and it's fun to be playing a melody by the jazz great John Coltrane. Please enjoy Afro Blue.
That was a little harder than it sounded to put together. It's a pretty tough groove, and we started it really late, like about a month ago or so. And I thought about, maybe we shouldn't do it. I'm like, no, we're going to pull it off. And they did. They did a great job, didn't they? Yeah. So those of you that weren't at the first concert, I did introduce Mr. Anderson, who did play bass in our Beauty and the Beast pit. And he came in to work with our bass player, and Spencer, and help out a little bit. And he hung in with us on that too, and it really helped in that group. So thank you so much for coming in.
We will close out our jazz band portion of tonight's concert with our version of the famous pop dance tune, Party Rock Anthem. We have enjoyed preparing this exciting tune arranged by Paul Murtha, and we hope you enjoy it. We will then transition as quickly as we can to Symphonic Band.
Welcome to the Symphonic Band portion of tonight's concert. Our first piece is called Triumphs by Joshua Hinkle. The composer describes the piece like this. Everyone has experienced defining moments where they have been faced with what seem to be insurmountable challenges. We are defined by how we succumbed to the challenge or rose to meet it. Triumphs is a symbolic work that serves to celebrate these successes that occur every day in every walk of life. Please enjoy Triumphs.
And I did just say, don't run. You know what I deal with, right? Just a little issue, if you can bear with us for a moment.
Bell, I'm so impressed when there's a minor incident malfunction, you have these roadies that just show up.
It's hard to find them though.
Yeah.
We're hiding.
Our next piece will surely get your attention. Picture this. It's the end of the day, band class's last period, and it's a beautiful spring day outside. As you'll see, the clarinets are getting restless, and they have the instrument with the most number of pieces put away. So they're going to try to get a head start. If they're going to get away with it, they better hope that Mr. Bell doesn't notice. Keep an eye on them and prepare yourselves for a surprise at the end. Enjoy clarinets packing up early.
All right, we had a little fun. That's a great piece. So I just wanted to do a couple of quick thank yous as always. The administration, faculty, everyone here at Martin Kellogg, it really is a wonderful place to work. I know I say it every year, but I really mean it. I've worked in a couple different districts, several different buildings, This is a wonderful place to work, so supportive, because these kids have to get pulled out of class. I ask them to come to extra rehearsals, they go on field trips, and the faculty really supports the administration, really allows us to do some of these things, and it's been a great year. As you know, this ensemble played for the Connecticut Music Educators Association Music Festival. We're selected as a showcase ensemble, which means after sending in recordings and a bio and stuff about the ensemble, the committee looks at all of the entries and says, okay, this is the one we want this year to play for all the music educators to say, this is an example of a good middle school band. So that's a real big highlight. Our jazz band was honored with it about 5 years ago, and I never thought after COVID I'd get the group playing at this level again. And we are, and we did play, and I think they did a great job. The comments from my music educator colleagues have been nothing but positive. So thank you guys for a great job and hustling through a tough busy time. As I mentioned at the festival, I had the kids raise their hand how many are involved in the musical, which has another show tonight, and you know, a third of the band's hands went up, and everyone went, wow. So we did that during an incredibly busy time, so I'm really proud of them. Thank you for my helpers tonight. You saw Mr. Bro and Miss Mello running around. They always come back and help. They're absolutely fantastic colleagues to come and help the kids and jump in when we need it. Our helpers tonight, Miss Daigle and Miss Batista and Miss Fenton are all here helping out in behind the scenes. You don't see what's going on back there beforehand. I would say the worst part of a concert is the 30 minutes prior to. Once we get out here, it's fine. It's everything back there, and they helped with that, and that's wonderful. So everyone has just been super about helping out and stepping up. It seems like it's a nice place to come help and teach and work with these wonderful kids. That's why people keep coming back, I guess. I don't know. I wanted to mention Summer Band Academy. Okay, Summer Band Academy is happening in the middle 2 weeks of July. I'd love to see a lot of these kids participate in Summer Band Academy. We have such a great time. You can do first week, second week, or both. We always end with a performance on Friday, so that even if you do 1 week, you feel a sense of accomplishment. There's closure. So I hope many of you will join us for Summer Band Academy and continue coming back. And certainly want to see these kids back in these chairs here next year. I'd be remiss if I didn't say something to the 8th graders. It's been a tough few years. And these guys have hung in there. I don't know how they did it, but you know, remotely doing assignments through Smart Music, yeah, like they like that. Coming in, sitting 9 feet apart, 5 kids at a time in the band room, and maybe an outdoor concert at the end of the year. You remember that, right? And everyone liked that, right? I hated it, moving the equipment and wind blowing our stands over. It was terrible, but we did it and got by. Then started off 6 feet apart, spread out in this auditorium. I'm standing in the middle with a microphone yelling around the room trying to get people to play together. How? I don't know. And then here we are. So why they stayed through all that, I don't know. But I'm so happy that they hung in there and stuck with me through that time, because here we are making awesome music, right? And I don't know how we got through those 3 years. We did, and this is awesome. This is really awesome. So thank you guys. And obviously, I hope to see them, playing in high school. I'm no longer doing the marching band. I was the marching band director for 20 years. It was time for me to finally say, I don't know, maybe I can keep boating into the fall or something. I'm gonna miss it, but I will not be the marching band instructor anymore, along with some of my staff. Mixed feelings about that, but time to move on. But I hope all these guys continue on next year and play. I love Mr. Brooks. He does an awesome job at high school. The bands are phenomenal. So I hope they're all up there playing next year. So even if some of you are still on the fence, sign up. And after that, I don't know, I think I'm pretty much done talking. So, let's move on.
Hi everybody. So, on behalf of all the 8th graders, we all want to give a big shout out to Mr. Bell, because like he said, after everything we've been through, we all stuck together with it, with the program. Because of him, he's such an amazing leader and does so much for us. Like, he woke up at 6 in the morning just to put this concert on, and we did so much for the CMEA festival, and we really appreciate him, and we're going to miss him. So we got you some gifts.
Thank you guys, thank you so much. Oh, Good Lord. Here we go.
The final piece on tonight's concert is one of the hardest arrangements we have tried in some time. Soundtrack's highlight from the blockbusters movie Pirates of the Caribbean has been challenging and rewarding to put together.
You will hear the medallion calls to the Pirate's Cove, the Black Pearl, One Last Shot, and He's a Pirate in this exciting arrangement by Ted Rickens. We have enjoyed performing for you and hope you've had a great evening.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening. It was wonderful to enjoy the performance.